something new. Yeah. Kirby's our first person that we're going to try it with.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to maybe do a health awareness every month of a health condition. Awareness so people know about it, so people can research, people can help others, maybe people can even get themselves checked out. Every month this will be happening with any guest of mine. It could be myself, but with a guest. But it just happens to be that Kirby does have a medical condition that she wants to raise awareness about. We know of it, but we didn't know the name, so it kind of helps people who maybe might be thinking around the same things or might have some symptoms, want to go check it out by the doctors. But we are there to we are Christians, don't get twisted. We believe in God, yes, but we also need to use wisdom. Of course. If there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with you. Healing can take place, but if you are not in a place to identify what the problem is, then I don't know how healing is going to go forward. Exactly. So we are here to create this awareness, something new. Let me know what your thoughts about it is about, and I'm going to pass it over to Kirby to let you know about this health awareness. We're going to have the name like plastered there, so you can see the name and do your research. But she's actually going through it, so she's the best person to talk about it. So.
Okay. Right. So when I was 18 years old, I was just about to do my A-levels. I had a few symptoms of something that was literally, I was completely unaware of what was going on with me. I had come into contact with it before, but not myself, but because it was in my family, but I just never thought it would happen to me. So for a few weeks, I would take a few steps and be completely out of breath. I was coughing a lot, and then as I was coughing and I was breathless, I'll cough up blood. My legs were very painful. I couldn't walk, and then I started sort of going in and out of dizzy spells, and I used to faint quite often. Cut a long story short, I was rushed into intensive care because I had been diagnosed with what's known as a pulmonary embolism, or embolus, sorry. I don't know what the singular or the plural is, but I'll explain that to you. I'll break that down. It's popularly known as deep vein thrombosis. Most people that do have this condition, which is a blood clotting disorder, it starts in the legs. A blood clot or blood clots may form in the legs, which make the legs very swollen. Unfortunately, in my case, it did start in my legs. My legs were swollen, but these clots, I didn't just have one, because normally one clot is enough to kill somebody instantly. But it's only the grace of God, and it's only God that kept me alive for 6 weeks. The doctors didn't know what was wrong with me. So these blood clots that had formed in my legs had travelled all the way up to my lungs, and that was causing the difficulty with breathing. So these blood clots were in my lungs, and they left holes in my lungs, which took a good few years to heal. I'm healed in the name of Jesus. Amen. But yeah, I have a blood clot disorder, as I said before, and the only way medically that I have been able to survive, I said medically, I'm not talking about spiritually or anything, but medically, I'm on medication known as warfarin. This is a blood thinner. So basically what it's doing is it's preventing me from clotting again. So it thins my blood enough for me not to form more clots, and I'm on this for life. I take this every night before I go to bed, just to make sure that I'm fit and healthy. But yeah, I can do everything, but obviously there's certain foods or certain things that may interact with my medication. I'm not going to get too much into that. You can research on your own if you'd like to know more about it. And also through there's different things that may cause the onset of blood clots. For me, it's hereditary. It is in my family, unfortunately. So the reason why my clots formed, I'm going to be a bit candid. I also had another medical condition called polycystic ovary syndrome, whereby I wasn't getting regular periods. There was a point in time where I'd have a period only once or twice a year. And it also, I'm sure you know a lot about polycystic ovaries, because quite a lot of women now have it. But when I was first diagnosed when I was 12 or 13, I felt like an alien because I thought I was the only one that had it. So basically, apart from the fact that it reduces your periods and releasing eggs and all of that. And they told me that I'd have difficulty having children, but God is greater than doctors, and God knew I was going to have a child. Anyway, apart from all of that, it makes you put on weight, it makes you hairy, like there's different things. It gives you acne, it gives you oily skin, that sort of thing. So the doctors were trying to correct my periods by putting me on a pill, you know, a contraceptive pill. They put me on a pill called Cerazette. So because I was taking this Cerazette tablet, a lot of the doctors say, oh, it can't cause a blood clot. But when you really go deep into medical research, you will see that it can actually cause the onset of blood clots. So basically, this drug caused, this pill caused the onset of my thrombosis. And that's how I got the pulmonary embolus. So that's one way you can get the thrombosis. Another way, so you have to be careful, even if it's not hereditary, some women can still get thrombosis by taking the pill. So you have to be very careful with all your contraceptive methods and that. Anything with hormones and all that stuff, you need to be careful with. Still being candid. The other way you can get thrombosis is by long haul flights. You know, when we're flying and you're not walking around, like you're not stretching your legs in the aeroplane and all of that, you can get a clot can form. So there are flight stockings that help with your circulation. So it is good to have flight stockings when you're going to fly. Even if you don't have thrombosis, just wear them. It's better to be safe than sorry.
I think I'm going to start wearing them.
Yeah.
I love a plane. I love a plane, so I need to invest in them stockings.
So yeah, that's another way that you can get. There's so many different ways you can get thrombosis. Don't be frightened. It probably won't happen to you, but it's just better to be aware of certain things that can happen. So those are two ways that you can get thrombosis. There are many other ways. If you again do your research, if you're that concerned, or if you ever think that some of my symptoms have been happening to you, do go and research. But yeah. Yeah, those are the ways you can get.
So it's called deep vein thrombosis. Deep vein thrombosis. That will be up there.
Yeah.
That's our awareness of deep vein thrombosis. Please do more research. Just bringing it to your attention, and we hope that has helped. So that is the health awareness of the